Greetings, Phoenix fans. My name is David Sanders, and welcome to a video which, due to certain circumstances I'll get to in a minute, I'm not immediately sure which series to file this under. Today, I'll be covering Iratus, Lord of the Dead, developed by Unfrozen and published by Daedalic Entertainment. The reason I'm not sure which series to file this under is the fact that it's still in Steam Early Access, and will remain so until at least April of this year, according to its Steam store page, but based on what I've played of this game over the last few hours that I've spent with it, I honestly kind of want to file it in David's favorites because I enjoy it so much. I'll do my best to show you why that is as we delve into it today, so while I think about what series to ultimately flag this under, or perhaps which series to put it in more than one of, let's just get to the gameplay, shall we? So I can show you what's going on in the realm of the Lord of the Dead. So, here we are at the main menu. This charming fellow here is Iratus himself, the most powerful necromancer the in-game world has ever known, and his ultimate goal is to eradicate the planet of all living things, as necromancers do. So, to accomplish that, he'll have to construct his undead minions and send them out to kill, essentially. Now, you're gonna notice that this game's main mechanics are a lot like those of Darkest Dungeon, which I've probably already covered on this channel before, but if I haven't, you'll get to see what I mean if you're familiar with Darkest Dungeon, and if you're not, you can do a side-by-side comparison of the two games whenever my Darkest Dungeon video goes up. I didn't really plan this through as to when I want to publish both of these videos in question, so I'll figure that out later. Let's just get to some gameplay. So you can see down here I've got my first squad of minions. I've got a Bride of Iratus, a standard skeleton, a standard zombie, and what may be my favorite minion in the entire game, a Dark Knight, who sadly is not just an undead version of Batman, despite the name. So, let's see, do I have any crafting materials? I do, so I can show you how the minion creation system works. To fill any of these other, 3 combat squads that I have available, I'm going to make, let's say a Lich for now, if I have the materials. Looks like I do. So you can see a bit of background about the minion right here. You can see their abilities here, so I'll just demonstrate those pretty quickly, have them on screen. You can pause to read them if necessary. Okay, and potential upgrades when the minion levels up, which we haven't even created this Lich yet, so to do that, we're going to need certain materials. In the case of a Lich, we need a skull, some bones, some, dust, and rags. So, since we have all 4 of the base version of those crafting materials, all we have to do is just click Fill, and then the game will assemble all the parts for us until we click Craft, which we'll do in a second. But I want to emphasize that if you have higher quality versions of any crafting parts that you want to use in a minion, which I may or may not get to demonstrate for you, depending on if I manage to acquire any, you may want to use those instead of just having the game assemble the crafting materials for you. So let's make ourselves a Lich.
Ooh, a vessel of indiscriminate magical carnage.
Indeed. The indiscriminate part comes in because the Lich's abilities target random enemies, for the most part. And then, let's say I want to make a skeleton too, just as a bit of a tank for this other combat group. Same procedure, except instead of dust and rags, we need armor and a weapon, both of which we have. I had to double check for a second. So let's make ourselves a skeleton. No witty one-liner from Iratus this time around. Interesting. Then we'll make another Bride of Iratus, which, same procedure again, except this time we need flesh, a heart, bones, and blood. Alright. And to round out this group, let's make a... what the heck, we'll make a Banshee. Same procedure, except ectoplasm, dust, rags, and a heart. So here we go.
Useful if you can put up with their constant whining.
You'll notice that, as we go through the game, Iratus has quite a dark sense of humor, which is to be expected from an undead millennia-old necromancer, in my opinion. So now that I've briefly demonstrated the minion creation system, let's get to some combat, shall we? The kingdom had need of the vast riches buried underneath the castle. Great veins of iron that promised to fuel conquest after conquest, along with ancient artifacts from a long-forgotten age. The dwarves were eager to offer their services in this project, bringing their untested mining equipment and experimental concoctions for the promise of wealth. They only needed bodies that could obey, and that the humans could provide. With the dungeons filled to the brim with both criminals and rebels, there were no shortage of slaves to work these mines. Drugs were used to keep them docile. Oh, that's unsettling, as they dug ever deeper, year after year, unaware of the mortal danger that awaited them below. That usually means dead people like me. Alright, so I'm gonna take Battle Squad number 1 into battle here, and just click on this icon. It looks like we're against 3 standard enemies, so they shall die. Here we go. Alright, so he's in a stance, which means in a few turns he's going to do a special attack, I believe. And our skeleton is going to use his smite ability, which attacks twice, to deal its total damage, but can be useful for certain things that I'll hopefully get to demonstrate throughout the video. So I'm gonna hit this guy just because he's right in the front. Miss once, but that's why we attack twice, isn't it? Alright, the Bride of Iratus is up next. She is basically a ranged damage dealer, as you can see by this attack, which she can't use yet. This is a stance, this is a buff, and that's a stress attack. So I'm gonna bring up Darkest Dungeon again because I can't really avoid it in this context. See these purple bars below our enemy's health here? That is their stress meter. Just like in Darkest Dungeon, there is a stress meter on one side of the battle, except this time, you're the one inflicting the stress. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you how this works by using my Warning Shot ability. And see? His stress went down by a considerable percentage. And I believe when it depletes fully, he'll flee from battle. I'm honestly not sure about that, because I haven't played this in a while and don't remember much, but I'm sure it'll all come back to me throughout this video. So I'm going to use Buckshot with my zombie, hit that guy, to see if we can hit all 3 enemies. We hit 2 out of the 3, that ain't bad. And then our Dark Knight here. What are we gonna do? Alright, so you have a stance that you can use, so I'm gonna do... Oh, I can't. Alright, whatever. Just slash this guy with my big sword. Alright, he's in a stance. Skeletons feel no pain, don't you know that? Alright, so now that my wrath meter is filled enough, that's what this burning circle around this blue orb is wrath. I can use my Bride of Iratus's, I guess it's an ultimate attack? I don't really know what to call it. I'm sure there's a term for it that I'm forgetting, but whatever. So, you need wrath to use your minion's special attacks, or ultimate attacks, I guess. And you build that up by basically just combat. Oh, and this blue orb in the middle is Iratus's mana, which allows him to cast spells himself, which we don't have any unlocked yet, I don't believe. Nope. Aside from moving our target minions throughout within the party into different positions, which we don't really need to do right now, so enough yammering, I'm just gonna shoot some dudes.
Your frail bodies fail.
Indeed they do, Iratus. Indeed they do. So I'm gonna smite this guy with my skeleton. Miss once, but again, that's why we hit twice. And hopefully, this'll... Yep, there we go.
Good. More materials. Ooh, I didn't think it would be this easy.
Alright. So now that his stress is low enough, he's panicking, which you can see the buffs and debuffs this gives him. He's got +2 initiative, which I couldn't tell you what that does, honestly. He's got -50 accuracy, +10 evasion, and 33% chance to skip his next turn. Interesting. So I'm gonna try and set these dudes on fire with my zombie. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. He did not skip his next turn, but that's fine. He's on fire, so we can laugh at him. Alright, and then let's use this on this guy. Pew, he's dead.
Ashes, dust to dust.
And, I'm gonna see what happens if this guy doesn't die. I'm gonna use a stress attack on him. There's nothing in the helmet. Be afraid. Alright. Guess I'll just smite him. We missed, but that's why we attacked twice. And, let's just finish him off with a zombie. There we go.
Soon this world will be mine.
So, this is how much, I think it's how much experience each minion gained, or how much damage they took, one of the two, I forget, honestly. This is Iratus' experience points, as you can see, and since we just want to fight, we harvested materials from, the bodies of our enemies. So we got some dust, some weapons, an uncommonly good skull, and a level 3 brain. I'll show you what that does here in a while, I'm sure. We also got some architect's souls, so let's head back to the graveyard, and I'll show you what those can be used for. So, these are the various structures present in the graveyard that need constructing, and you use certain minions that have to be sacrificed, as well as these architect's souls, to construct those buildings. So, for instance, if I wanted to make... Let's see, what does this do? Yeah, that'll come in handy. If I can make another Dark Knight to sacrifice. How about the arena? I'm sure I can make another skeleton to sacrifice, so let's do that real quick. Oh. I guess I actually don't have enough crafting materials to make a skeleton. So what do I have? The mortuary is always good, because it heals your minions after a battle. So, you know what? I'm gonna place my Bride of Iratus in the mortuary to heal, because we don't want to lose her, and we're going to replace her with this Bride of Iratus. And, what's the excavation do? That needs a skeleton, too. You know what? I'm just gonna use this one, and build this to show you how it works.
The excavation is far too extensive. No, this was not the result of a battle. All these bodies were placed here deliberately.
Spooky. Okay. That needs a skeleton. How about the library? That needs a Dark Knight. Obelisk, that needs a Wraith. Boat of Wrath needs a Dark Knight. How about the Dead Lake? That needs a Banshee, which we happen to have. And, has a 20% chance to find a random artifact, which that'll give me more of a chance to show you what artifacts are at some point in the video, so let's build that.
The entity below seems to have developed an attachment to me. To lay eyes on its full form would be to invite madness, so I'm content to occasionally give it a pat on the tentacle.
Alright, so let's go back to the Chamber of Iratus. And, let's see. We've only got one full battle squad now. We'll have to make do with that. So, what's this? Ooh, okay. I think we'll go this way. Choose a battle squad. Right. Forget to do that. Choose a minion to raise. I say we go for the zombie. There we go. And now here's another battle. So, to arms! Alright, he's in a stance. Okay, so I'm gonna use this buff on my Bride of Iratus to start things off. Cool. And then I'm going to... I'm gonna embrace mediocrity on my Dark Knight to give it, more armor, so it doesn't take as much of a beating, even though it can easily withstand it for the most part. Our skeleton, on the other hand, may have a bit of trouble with that. But, let's just slash this guy. He blocked it because he had armor. Or not armor, because he had a block ready, which you can see. This guy also has a block ready. There is a version of blocks which, counter spells. Those are called wards, which you would see here if any of our enemies had any. Okay, so since our zombie got moved back, I'm just going to use its stance to show you what that does next turn. Ooh. Alright. And then with our skeleton... It's going to use Unassuming Strike on this guy. That did some decent damage. And then I'm going to shoot that guy. He's down to half health already, nice. You missed, you fiend. Alright, our Dark Knight doesn't really need to heal yet, so we don't really need to use his ultimate ability. So I'm gonna stress attack this guy. Just for fun, really. Our skeleton is in a bit of trouble here. Boom! Well, a few booms, not as many as I would have liked, but... Alright, so... We're gonna move our zombie up...
Strength through pain.
By casting a spell with Iratus, so that our zombie can use most of his abilities again. And we're gonna use that. See if we hit all three of these guys, and we did! Outstanding. Our skeleton is probably doomed, but we can always make another once we get the materials. You know what? Let's do this, just for fun.
Become part of the breathless tide.
He can see his guts, and yet he is not dead. This makes no sense to me. Alright, so Unassuming Strike. There we go. That may be our skeleton's last hurrah. Yep.
It was not the right tool for the job.
We just needed a skeleton with more health, which we didn't have. Alright, let's set these dudes on fire. Well, we set one of them on fire. Good enough, I guess. And then we're gonna do that.
Being born was your first mistake. Opposing me? Your last.
Alright, let's set these dudes on fire. Or just that dude, I guess. Well, at least he's on fire. How do you miss a target as large as the Dark Knight? I mean, I know you're on fire, but that's not an excuse, really. Boom. That was a crit, nice. Alright. And... we'll just work on killing the guy on the front. There we go.
Annoyance in the world.
And finally, chest piercer on the remaining opponent, which did not quite kill him, but the fire did.
A predictable outcome.
Alright, we got another brain. Shackles of War, I wonder what those do. Alright, so our skeleton was killed, but we can make another one. Our Bride of Iratus healed up, which is fantastic. 2 of our minions leveled up, and so did Iratus, I believe. So, let's start with the Talents menu. This is where you can have Iratus learn new spells and passive abilities. Let's see. Ire. Okay. Iratus extends all ignition on the effects on the target by 1 turn. Ah, destruction. This is the fun stuff. But, I think we'll start with that.
The formulae reveal their secrets.
Oh, I still have a talent point? Okay, then I'm gonna get... Flaming Skull sounds fun. Okay. So I got some minions to create real quick. Couple of skeletons. Boom.
Bones, bones, bones. Just so uninspired, you know.
Indeed, Iratus. Bones really are uninspired, but skeletons get the job done, do they not? Alright, so that's 3 skeletons. So we don't really need all that many, so we're gonna go have one of them sacrificed to build the arena. Like that.
While this place is intended to be a training ground for my minions, the fights themselves have proven to be a rather entertaining time waster.
I would imagine so. And then we're gonna send our Lich to the arena, because we're not using it yet. And we want it to gain some experience before we do. We can also... no, we can't. Can't do that either. Let's just have this skeleton do this. Because we don't really have a use for it right now. And then we'll go back to the Chamber of Iratus and level up our minions. Okay, let's see. So you have a choice between 2 upgrades for each ability every time a minion levels up. Let's go with that.
Back to battle.
And now, since I have a level 1 minion, I can... Actually, let's go to the mortuary. Swap out our Brides of Iratus. There we go. So you are going in the first battle squad. Our Dark Knight leveled up. Let's see what we can upgrade with him. Let's see. Let's just upgrade this, I guess.
I expect results.
And you shall have them, Iratus. So, our Bride of Iratus right here is currently level 1, as you can see by its brain. So if I were to swap in one of these level 3 brains, watch this. The minion is now instantly level 3. So, based on the level of the brain, the minion equipped with said brain will instantly match that brain's level. So if this were a level 4 brain instead, my Bride of Iratus would now be level 4, or level 5 if it was a level 5 brain. You get the idea. So let's see. Lung Piercer sounds fun.
Serve me well, my minion.
I'm sure she will. And we'll do that as well. And then I say we also level up our skeleton by... okay, we can't take out its level 1 brain, I guess. That makes sense. Give it a level 3 brain. There we go, to give it 2 immediate upgrades. Ignores armor and doesn't miss. That sounds fun.
Prove yourself worthy of my investment.
Alright. Cool. So I think we're done with that. Oh yeah, we got an artifact, didn't we? Let's see. Enemies can't escape or become inspired. Cool. That may well come in handy, I would imagine. So these are all the various artifact slots you can equip on Iratus himself, rather than on your minions. And let's equip that too.
It embellishes my undead features, no?
Indeed it does, Iratus. Let's just equip this just because we have nothing there and we have something to put there. Be a waste to not use it. Oh, I guess I can show you how alchemy works really quick. So, distillation converts 2 parts of the same type to the same type with better rarity. Transmutation converts 2 parts of the same type to another type. And extraction converts 2 parts of the same type and rarity to new parts. So, do I have an abundance of anything? Not really. But, we'll do some distillation just to demonstrate things. We'll use some flesh. Oh, that can only be used with weapons right now. So, alright, now we have an upgraded weapon. And then we'll do the same with, flesh, as I said. You have to click over on the left to what you want to use for alchemy.
Ah, the smell of successful alchemy.
I would imagine so, Iratus. Alright, and then... yeah, we'll do that. Just cause... what do we get? We got a skull. Alright. So that's basically how alchemy works. Might do some more of that throughout the video if the opportunity arises. And, let's get back to battle, shall we? Ooh, what's this? A quest. An event requiring the participation of the current battle group or Iratus himself. Interesting. Deep in the dank recesses of these cave networks, you find what looks to be a mural. The language of the text carved into the stone is familiar to you. It is from the time of your ascendancy. You do know that magic might restore the text, but it is rather unreliable should you still attempt it. Why not? Alright. Cool. I think we did it. So, let's go to this battle, and hopefully win. Here we go. He whipped a man. That's rude. Alright, so our skeleton here is going to do that with the guy in front. The Bride of Iratus is going to use her self-buff that lasts throughout the battle. Ooh, our Dark Knight's taking a bit of a beating, isn't he? Okay, so we're going to set these 2 dudes on fire, hopefully. There we go. He put a debuff on my Dark Knight. What a jerk. So, let's get revenge for that. Okay. Now our Bride of Iratus is going to shoot this guy.
One more for the stockpiles.
What's that about? A bear trap under our skeleton, eh? Okay. So we're just gonna standard attack this guy. We should be able to use our Dark Knight's ultimate ability soon if he needs to heal. We're gonna have Iratus cast Flaming Skull on this fellow.
Have a warm end, my friend.
Indeed. And then our zombie is going to use Bombardment as a stance because he got knocked into a different position in the party and can therefore only use certain abilities. And then our skeleton's going to cast Strength of Mediocrity on our Dark Knight here. And our Bride of Iratus is going to shoot this guy. Almost kill him, that's what the fire damage is for. He whipped a man again. Alright, so we're gonna use our Dark Knight's ultimate ability just to show you what that looks like. Boom. He drank their very life force to sustain his own.
Blow them to pieces.
We're trying, Iratus. Alright, I'm gonna use the zombie's ultimate ability on that guy, I think. That did it. Alright, and then... yeah, Clumsy Strike on that guy. Nice. What is with those bear traps? It's very rude. Alright, so we're going to set this guy on fire, hopefully. There we go. And have Iratus cast that.
Have a warm end, my friend.
And then our zombie is going to use Bombardment. And then our skeleton shall do this. That's a death.
This one voided its bowels just as it died.
TMI, Iratus, TMI. How is this guy not dying from fire damage? Okay. So, that'll take care of him. And that's a victory.
My will is a tide that will wash away your pathetic civilizations.
Hey, pathetic is a strong word, Iratus. Alright, so... what we're going to do now is we're going to head to the graveyard, to the mortuary, swap out this Bride of Iratus for our skeleton, so that it can heal. Then I think we're going to make ourselves a wraith, if we can. We can, it looks like. Have just enough material. Alright. And then we're going to go to the graveyard, to the mortuary, sacrifice this wraith to unlock a second slot in the mortuary.
You know, the dead do surprisingly good construction work.
Really? I did not know that, Iratus, because I'm not a weirdo. Okay, we're gonna put our Dark Knight in there so he can also heal. And then let's see what else we can create, because 2 zombies and 2 Brides of Iratus is going to be a weird battle squad. Alright, let's make a skeleton. And, a lich, I suppose.
Might I use this one sparingly if I care for my minions,
Iratus doesn't care for his minions, everyone knows that. Alright, so... swap you two, swap you two. And that looks good to me, so let's get... unless... I have 2 talent points on Iratus. Sweet. So let's get that.
Transformation, the will becomes free.
And then... Transplantation sounds useful.
Reveal their secrets.
And Iratus is already halfway to leveling up again, so that's always good. Back to battle. What's this? Ooh, more minions. Cool. We shall choose a minion to raise, and it shall be the Wraith. And then to battle. Mortal pests indeed. Alright, so you're gonna use your self-buff. He's gonna miss entirely, because he's a nerd. Alright, what does our Lich do again? Yeah, Bone Shard sounds fine. Doesn't really matter who we target, because it's gonna hit a random enemy anyway. Alright, so our skeleton here is going to do that to him. He blocked it. Could have probably used our move that attacks twice, but whatever. Oh, there's a Doomsayer. I hate those. So we're going to cast Flaming Skull on him to get through one of his boards. And then we're going to do that. Break through the Doomsayer's wards. I know that was going to get blocked, but that's why I did it. And then we're going to Lung Piercer on the Doomsayer. He's going to block it. We're going to do this to the Doomsayer if we can. We can't. That's fine. Got through that guy's block and still hit him that time. That right there is why I hate Doomsayers.
My
he killed our zombie.
Without number.
He'll pay for that. Because our Lich can summon a skeleton to replace him temporarily. May have to do that again here in a second. Alright, you are going to do that. Bash him with your shield. Alright, and then we're going to hit that guy twice, hopefully. We did. And then we're gonna do this. For fun. Boom! Alright. What did that do? I don't know. Alright, Iratus. You're going to cast Flaming Skull on that there Doomsayer.
Have a warm end, my friend.
One of the things I would suggest while this game is still in early access is to potentially, if possible, give Iratus more than one voice line for every spell he casts. Because listening to that over and over again can get a bit irritating if you play for as long as I usually do. Alright. Yeah, let's just do that again. That does some damage, but the trade-off is that you can't control who it hits. Alright. So going to do that to the Doomsayer. Oh, we can't, because he's all the way at the back. Alright, so we're just gonna kill this guy. Or not. Good thing he's on fire. Okay, so let's do that.
Oh, I didn't think it would be this easy.
It usually isn't. Still got it. Stay down unless we raise you. This game really does have a fairly dark sense of humor, but that appeals to me greatly. Alright. It's just you now, Doomsayer. I don't like your odds, lad. Alright, so we're gonna Flaming Skull this guy to get rid of his remaining ward. Then we're gonna smite him to break his block. What did he just kill? Our skeleton, that's fine. Our Lich can summon another one. Alright, we're gonna light this guy on fire, hopefully. That's what he gets. And then there's only one guy left to hit, so bone shards. And then I don't know why it's the Bride of Iratus' turn again, but whatever. And then and victory.
Another step towards my eternal kingdom.
Indeed. So, we've got 2 minions in the mortuary ready to be re-entered into battle. So let's go get them, shall we? So you can be there, and you can be at the front. You need to go to the mortuary to heal. And we'll swap a zombie in there. But you know what? Let's take the Wraith. Unless we need to sacrifice it for anything. Put the Lich in the mortuary. What's it take? It takes a Bride of Iratus to open that. So that's fine.
Infused with soul.
Alright, now let's see if we can create any more minions. We can make a zombie. Let's do that. Cool. And we used our higher quality flesh that we crafted through alchemy to do that. Now we're going to put that zombie in the arena. Boom. What's it take to do this? Takes a Bride of Iratus and 20 Architect Souls, which we don't have. So, has Iratus leveled up again? Yes, he has. Okay. Let's do Stoke the Flames.
Rivers will run red.
Alright, back to it. Ooh, what's this? Ancient Coffin, eh? Let's see what's in it. Ear necklace, golden tooth, or this thing. I say we take this.
More for me.
And we can equip that to Iratus himself, I believe? No? So what's this? Ooh, a sickle. Okay. Put that in there.
Now I will make mortals tremble before me. Well, even more than previously.
Alright, we can equip that to a minion. I forgot about that. So we'll put that on our Dark Knight, just to make him less likely to take a beating from magical damage. And back to it. Ooh, an elite enemy it looks like. This should be fun. He whipped a man, what a jerk. Alright. So do any of these enemies have block? No, they don't. Okay. So you're gonna attack the elite enemy. Because we want him out of the way first. What does the Wraith do? Okay. Let's do that to the elite enemy. That didn't do much damage, now did it? Ooh. Alright. So we're gonna stress attack on this guy because he has a buff. And then our zombie is going to use bombardment because that's all it can do right now. Ooh. Dude, stop whipping people. It's rude. Alright. So our skeleton is going to do that. Nice. Dark Knight definitely doesn't need to heal. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have Iratus cast Flaming Skull.
Have a warm end, my friend.
And then we're going to Edge of Abyss this guy. Nice. Arg. You know, for an elite enemy, he's really not much of a threat so far. So we're gonna do that to you. Ooh, he's insane. Wonder what that'll do. Alright, so our zombie can now do that. Awesome.
This is what 1,000 years of evolution looks like? Pathetic.
Indeed. Alright, so Skeleton is going to cast a buff on our Dark Knight, because I forgot to do that already. Aha! Betrayal, I forgot about that. Okay. So we're gonna set these dudes on fire. Or just one of them, but that's still fine. We're gonna... what does this insanity debuff do? Oh, okay. Alright, so we're gonna do that to him. It somehow missed. Don't know how the heck that works. Then this guy has a buff, so we're gonna Hollow Stare on him. How the heck did that miss too? Alright, he's in a stance. So our skeleton here is going to charge up and interrupt that with his ability. There we go. And then we're going to Edge of Abyss this guy. That did some nice damage. And then the fire damage.
My kingdom comes!
Yes, it does, Iratus. Alright, and then... yeah, we'll stress attack this guy. That's better. Didn't miss that time, now did it? I think that guy's stunned. So we're gonna hit him with our ultimate ability on the zombie. That did some good damage. And then do that to him. Good. Fire damage came this close to killing him. Okay, what does this do? All opponents randomly swap position. We'll just do that. Alright, and then our Dark Knight is going to hit him. Good. And then our zombie is going to use Bombardment. Hopefully, maybe even get a double or triple kill next turn. He attacked an ally again. Cool. Ah.
One by one, life vanishes from this world.
Not gonna end up like that, eh? Well, I got some bad news for you. You ended up dead. Okay. Ghostly Fire. Ooh, okay. He's gonna die anyway, but wanted to see what that looked like. And then Hollow Stare. I want him to die afraid. Boom, boom, boom. And down he goes.
Mop up the gore. I'd hate to see plants using it as fertilizer.
Indeed. Blasted plants. Alright. So now we have to go to the graveyard, swap out our skeleton for our Bride of Iratus in the mortuary. And then, while we're here, gonna put our Wraith in the arena in place of our Lich. Then go level up our Lich. Guard Swarm sounds good, because we don't want that hitting our allies, I mean. Okay. Okay, cannon fodder sounds good, if we have to use it, which I hope we don't. And, let's see about this Iratus statue. Needs a Bride of Iratus, can we make one of those? Let's see. We can. Outstanding. Alright, so now that we've done that, we can sacrifice her.
What can I say? While the main purpose of this structure is to funnel magical energy, it also serves to provide some much-needed grandeur to my lair.
Indeed.
Practical and pleasing.
Quite. Oh, another thing I might suggest is to have the subtitles appear on screen longer, for Iratus's longer statements. But that's just me. Let's see if we can make any more minions. We can make a zombie.
They will be expecting cannon fodder, but I will give them cannons instead.
Okay. Don't have any... Can't do that, I don't think. Nope. Okay, let's do some alchemy again. Don't have... Oh, I have one talent point. Cool. This probably requires... Yep. Alright, so we'll save that talent point, I think. Go to the alchemy menu. Use, let's see, extraction with... Can't use skulls for that, I guess. But, whatever. We'll just get back to combat and harvest some more parts from our fallen enemies. Ooh, what's this? Mythical chest containing artifacts, okay. Alright. For each enemy killed in battle, Iratus receives 10 experience. Drums of War. Undertaker's Clothes it is.
Collecting.
So let's equip that on Iratus.
It embellishes my undead features.
It'd be cool if there were different versions of Iratus that you could see in this menu based on what he has equipped, but I can totally understand if that might be a bit too difficult to implement. Anyway. What's this? Oh yeah. Keep forgetting you have to choose a battle squad each time you enter the map. Okay. All your minions gain 4 experience points, or Iratus gains 200. I'll go for the minions. And 2 of our minions leveled up from that. Sweet. Or 3 of them, even. Alright, so what are we upgrading now? Ooh.
Serve me well, my minion.
That regeneration of Iratus' finite mana will really come in handy. Okay. We'll get that. And... okay. That should help. Alright. For the 3rd or 4th time, back to the map. Oh, there's a Doomsayer. Ah, crap. We'll have to try and kill him first. Alright, here goes nothing. So we're going to set the Doomsayer on fire to break its ward. Oh, I forgot to use my bride's self-buff, but that's fine. Alright. We're going to hit this guy to break his block. The battle just started, Lich. That's why the mortals aren't dead yet. Alright, so Iratus is going to use Flaming Skull on this guy.
End, my friend.
Just because I really don't like Doomsayers. We're going to hit that guy, or not. That's fine too, I guess. Our zombie is going to use bombardments, because that's all he can do. And then... going to do that to you. Alright. And then we're going to keep hitting the Doomsayer, if he's within position to be hit. Ooh, double attack, that's not fair. He marked our zombie, what a jerk. Alright. So what we're gonna do is we're going to use that. Hit the Doomsayer, nice.
Extinction of life.
None of them are dead yet, Iratus. I think you're a little too excited about that. Alright, Cannonball on the Doomsayer. Yes!
Worthless as you were in life, you will be worth something in death.
Ooh, our zombie's taking a bit of a beating, isn't he? Alright. So, we're gonna set this guy on fire. Or not, because he has a ward. But now we've broken that, at least. Alright. Yeah, we'll do that to that guy. Get some stress damage going. And then we're gonna move our zombie forward, I think.
Strength through pain.
Ooh, please don't kill my zombie. I said please, dang it. Jerk. Alright. So, our Dark Knight is going to do that to that guy because he's got a buff. Alright. We're going to save our Wrath for the Lich's ultimate ability, and instead do this. Okay. We're gonna do that to you. Ooh. Alright. So our Lich is going to reanimate to get us a fourth party member. You are going to do that. Set that dude on fire.
Their burgeoning hope disgusts me.
Indeed, as it does to me. Alright, so our Lich is going to do that. It actually hit the guy I targeted, I'm shocked. We're gonna hit this guy to interrupt his stance. And then our Dark Knight is going to use his ultimate ability. That was a nice heal. You missed once, you fool. Alright. We're gonna hit this guy. Kill him, nice. Alright, you're going to reanimate again. Get us another skeleton. You are going to hit that guy. You are going to hit this guy and interrupt his stance. Boom. And then you're going to hit this dude. Ooh, what does this do? Ooh, yes. Okay. Didn't kill him, but got him close enough. Boop.
Have a warm end, my friend.
Alright. And then there's only one guy left to hit, so Shard Swarm. And then you're going to charge forth. Miss him entirely, somehow. You are going to smite him. And you are probably going to finish him off. Yep.
A sad display for mortal kind.
Ooh, 2 brains. Awesome. So, we're going to obviously have to swap our 2 current minions out, because they need to heal. So, let's do that. Let's get a skeleton in the party. Put our Dark Knight in the mortuary. Bring this Lich out. Replace our zombie that was killed. Put you there. Then we need one more... Ooh. We should probably... Yeah, we'll take this Wraith. And then put this other Lich in the mortuary so that it can also heal. There we go. Our Wraith leveled up, so let's see what that can do. Okay. Let's do that.
Get back to battle.
And then we need to... We have a zombie in the arena, but we've already got a zombie. We'll put this Lich in the arena, so it's doing something useful. I have... Well, I have plans for that zombie, so I'll see what else I can craft. I'll make a skeleton. And another zombie.
Time to bring out the big guns.
Indeed. Because the zombie's holding a frickin' cannon. Alright, so... we will put that zombie right there at the Iratus statue. And then we will... Guess I'll just have to roll with a party like this for now. But... we can upgrade our minions, at least. We'll give the level 4 brain to the zombie. Even though zombies are technically supposed to stereotypically eat brains, but whatever. Alright, so our zombie now has 3 talent points. Ignores ward, that'll be nice. Then that.
I expect results.
Okay. And then we'll give this level 3 brain to our new skeleton so that it levels up. Okay. That. And then we'll... that, and that's all the upgrade points that skeleton has. And then we'll do one more battle and I'll wrap things up here. Oh jeez, I don't like the look of this. But we'll give it a try. Ooh. Jerk. Alright. So we're gonna do Flaming Skull on what the heck is that thing?
Have a warm end, my friend.
Alright, whatever. We're gonna have you charge forth. Get it blocked, okay. We're going to attack this guy twice, because he's got a block.
Ooh, hope there will still be enough left to reanimate.
Okay, and then we're going to do this to you. That did basically nothing, but I expected as much. Alright, he's got a buff, so we're going to take care of that. Alright, gonna hit this guy. Alright, and then gonna stress attack this guy again. And, Abyssal Bombardment on our zombie. That stone golem just keeps buffing itself, doesn't it? Alright. So you are going to buff this other skeleton. It's immune. Oops. Should have known that. Boom, 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 boom. Alright. Then we're gonna Flaming Skull on this guy.
Have a warm end, my friend.
Our zombie is going to use Bombardment again. And then you gonna hit him. You're gonna do that. Deplete his stress as much as possible. Ha! You missed. Alright, so we're gonna hit this guy. That move ignores armor, which is nice. And then do that again. Arg.
Terror will overflow.
Indeed it will. Boop.
Have a warm end, my friend.
Just for fun. Get the zombie ready for next turn. And then you're gonna do that. Okay. You're gonna hit this guy twice. Didn't need to, but just in case. Alright. So, you're gonna hit the stone golem again, because you ignore armor.
That used to be one of you.
Alright. Then, gonna hit the stone golem. That did some good damage.
Have a warm end, my friend.
Alright, and then do that. Curse the both of them. Wonder what that'll do. Alright, we're going to hit the stone golem again. Boom. Sweet. And then we're gonna do that.
Have a warm end, my friend.
We're going to do that to you. And then you're going to hopefully kill the stone golem. Yes. This is going well. I don't want to speak too soon, but I was not expecting to win this fight.
Might want to make them a bit sturdier next time.
Indeed, Iratus. Alright, so this should kill one of you, hopefully. Neither. That's unfortunate, but whatever. Alright, Overseer's the only one left. All he's got is his whip. So Iratus is going to lend a hand, or a skull, as it were.
Friend.
And then you're gonna hit him twice. How did our skeleton survive that? No matter, for he is about to win the battle for us. Yes! Couldn't have said it better myself, Iratus. Alright. So we obviously need to head to the mortuary. Put you back in the front. You in the mortuary. Put you right there. And you... Oops. And you in the mortuary. I'm just glad we didn't lose any of our higher level minions. Alright. We're going to have to create at least 2 minions. So let's make a Bride of Iratus.
Her heart beats only for me. I crafted it that way.
And what the heck, another skeleton. And then we'll use these here brains that we've got to level them up. Oh, have to be on the minion menu to do that. So you can have that. Boop. Okay. Great. And then our skeleton can also have an upgraded brain. Boom. And... plus 4% chance to immediately kill the target. Ooh, interesting. Alright. Let's see if Iratus has leveled up recently. He's got 2 talent points and he's 20 XP away from his next one. So he probably shouldn't get any talents. But, do I have any more artifacts? Interesting. Alright, we'll use that.
Ah, fetching.
It's a spiderweb, Iratus. What are you talking about? Ooh, this'll come in handy. And I got an achievement for filling each of these slots, too. That's nice. Alright, folks. I think I've demonstrated a fair amount of how Iratus, Lord of the Dead, plays. I hope I've demonstrated why I like it so much. I'll probably be coming back to it, here on the channel or in written form on the main site, especially as its development nears completion, and especially after it fully releases, whenever that may be. But before I go, I just want to show you this real quick. It's just a little almanac of every enemy type you've faced so far, including the elite ones. I think that's a boss, actually. But I don't know. But that's just a neat little addition, I think. Just to allow you to keep tabs on what you've fought so far. And as I said, I think I'll wrap things up here. So this has been an early access preview of Iratus, Lord of the Dead. If you decide you want to pick up the game for yourself while it's still in early access and therefore slightly cheaper, you'll find a link to it in the video description. And for now, you've been watching Phenixx Gaming. My name is once again David Sanders, and always remember, folks, this channel is nothing without the support and viewership of our fans just like you. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again soon.